just can't seem to get this quite perfect. I guess I'll never be quite as good as Jane Fairfax.
Oh, Emma, you must read the letter. Come with me.
Of course, Harriet.
The marriage proposal.
Oh, I didn't think Mr. Elton would be so quick about it.
Oh, Mr. Elton. Just read, yes.
Well, Mr. Martin? I'll tell you what you should do. Write a courteous letter to him, writing back to him.
Yeah, but what should I say?
Well, reject him, of course, no?
Oh, okay. So I should refuse him?
Is that not what you were intending to do?
Well, I mean, yes, of course, I thought about it, but I'll refuse him, yeah. What should I say, exactly?
Well, this is up to you, of course. It's not my doing.
Oh, but Emma, I do so value your opinion so very highly.
Well, Mr. Martin is a farmer, and he's a plain man. It is apparent that one of his sisters must have written this for him.
Oh, you think so?
Of course!
It is very well written, come to think of it. So I'll refuse him.
I mean,
yes.
You have a bit of hesitation about it, so I don't think you're ready to be wed to him yet.
Oh, Emma, you are so bright. If I really wanted to marry Mr. Martin, I would have known right away. I would have already written back. So I must refuse him.
Of course.
Yes, okay.
To even think of being with a farmer.
Yes. And think about it. If I were to marry him, I would have to leave Highbury. I would never see you again.
I would never talk to a farmer's wife ever again.
Oh.
You know, Harriet, I don't know why you're all wrapped up about Mr. Martin when Mr. Elton has such an affection towards you.
Oh, you think so? Mr. Elton?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Of course. He always talks about you in the highest regard.
Oh, Emma, don't be silly. He talks about everyone very nicely. He's a very respectable man.
Oh, please. No, he talks about you all the time. You know, he wants to paint a portrait of you. Well, he wants me to paint a portrait of you.
Really?
Of course.
Well, your painting skills are just superb. That's definitely why.
Oh, don't be silly. No, he wants a portrait of you to hang on his wall.
Oh, Emma, I'm so flattered.
Of course. Hey, let's go get prepared right now. We'll get a whole setting and
It must
everything.
be perfect.
Of course, let's go. Well, hello, Mr. Knightley.
Good morning, Emma. How do you do?
Very well, and you?
Good. Take a seat. I've heard some news about a proposal today.
Oh, have you? And who was the proposal from?
Oh, my dear friend, Mr. Martin, has proposed to Harriet. I'm very highly opinionated of Mr. Martin. He's a dear friend, and I take his advice very highly.
Oh, do you? Okay. Mr. Martin. Well, I saw the letter before, and Harriet did not accept Mr. Martin's request.
What? Were you there?
Of course I was there. I saw her write the letter.
You mean you wrote the letter?
Oh, please, Mr. Knightley. Don't act like that.
Wait, Emma, you cannot interfere in things like this.
Well, I don't see why Harriet Smith should have to accept the first proposal that she gets.
Harriet is a very young lady who comes from no high class. She needs any proposal will be good enough for her, especially a farmer who does very well for himself.
A farmer who does well for himself? I don't think that exists. And you know, Mr. Elton has a thing for Harriet.
Mr. Elton does not see the slightest thing in Harriet. He will only go for a woman with money.
Okay, like you know anything about Mr. Elton.
Mr. Elton, all he cares about is women in high class. He only seeks to encourage himself higher in society.
think I disagree with you, Mr. Knightley, and I think your remarks are extremely sexist. I think Harriet can get any guy that she wants to. She's very beautiful and intelligent.
Emma, this illusion that Harriet comes from a gentleman is false.
Oh, okay. So you think that she should just marry Mr. Martin just because Mr. Martin decides to propose to her?
Mr. Martin will do very well for himself and provide good for Harriet.
Yeah, I don't think so. And you really think that I'm going to hang out with my friend who's married to a farmer?
Emma, Harriet will do good for herself with Mr. Martin.
I don't think so. I disagree with you, Mr. Knightley, and I feel like you're not really seeing the big picture here.
I am done with this, Emma.